I never liked my name. The way it looked, the way it sounded. Schuman. Yeah. Especially when introducing myself. You know, other people's names were so special, memorable. Mine? Hi, my name is Justin Schuman. And please trust I'm already dreading doing this again when you've inevitably forgotten it. Well, 31, yeah, today is my birthday. Yeah, but I only have 10 minutes. We can't spend a single one of them while you all collectively agree on a key, so please sing to me later. Yeah, I'm just starting to date my name, and it's getting serious. And you're never gonna believe who the matchmaker was, but we'll get to that. I think it was second grade, the first time I remember somebody making fun of my name. How creative could that have even been? Oh, you make shoes? But originality and childhood trauma aren't mutually exclusive. Yeah, we'll call it my villain origin story. Okay, so that's where this name thing started. Someone else made me self-conscious about it, pointed out something about me and said, that, no good. Ouch. But it teaches you, okay, me as I am, not good enough. Something about me is wrong. I don't want to feel that again. And my box started to form. You know the box. The thing in which you can hide all that's shameful or too much about yourself so it can't be seen by the world. The outside of the box being the version of yourself that you create to please others, allowing you to stay hidden in plain sight. See me, but not all of me, just the parts of me that I want you to see. And years of bullying and the world taught me that apparently I had a lot that belonged in my box. I'm gay. Surprise. I came out when I was 14, bold move, and then I joined my high school's kickline team, even bolder move. And if being bullied you seek, really can't recommend this path enough. I'm Jewish, which was always like, oh, you are? Okay, a cheer. Do you eat bacon? Because I do. And I was a naturally flamboyant and confident kid. And I looked around and I saw a world that was straight, quiet, and celebrated Christmas. So I hid what was undesirable, and I constructed a tolerable, palatable version of myself. My love. And my performance career began. And let's be very clear. The outside of the box, the wrapping paper, if you're really fancy, it's a performance. You perform the version of yourself that you think people want you to be, letting the fear of what others might think of the real you direct the performance. And I played the part of an overachieving perfectionist teacher's pet. Yeah, I'm cute. My performance relied heavily on ambition and success to distract from the things that I was hiding. I mean, of course, I crave standing out. I'm an actor, but not for the wrong reasons. So see me for what I do, not for who I am. I have this one memory from high school, Senior Follies. It was this thing where students wrote skits about teachers, and at one point during the process, one of my classmates turned to me in genuine disbelief and said, "You're funny." I said, "I know. I always have been. I just couldn't show you guys." Because funny was gay, and gay was in the box, and my box worked flawlessly. Made it through high school, went to a great college, started my headshot photography company, hiding behind a brand name, and eventually I booked Broadway. This lifelong dream achieved. And I apologized for it because I was just a swing. But it brings us to today. Hi, I'm Justin Schuman. I'm an actor on Broadway. I'm a six-figure entrepreneur, and I'm a human creative director. I like to help people human better. I'm introducing myself a lot lately. And just recently, it clicked. I'm not forgettable. I might even be kind of great. I'm only as forgettable as I allow someone to make me feel. It was never my name. It was the uninspired bully in second grade. It was the people who carelessly forgot it, but that's on them. But I took it in. I made their failing my identity. I took what they pointed out about me as shameful and shamefully hid it. Justin Schuman was merely a label on a confining box, a label scrawled by others, and misspelled, by the way, always, S-C-H, people, no L, one N. And by saying my name, by claiming it, now I'm ripping the label off the box. I'm falling in love with the whole person. And by performing Justin Schuman from a place of ownership, the more me I become. It's in the doing of me that I'm finding me authentically. Oh no. Is this another talk about authenticity? Not really. Because while most talks about authenticity are about how to be yourself, what those talks leave out is that if you have no real access to the you in yourself, respectfully, what the fuck are you supposed to do? Right? Historically, the rhetoric surrounding authenticity would have us believe that it's natural, easy, passive. Well, that's bullshit. That language sets us up to get stuck in this mental loop, wondering, who am I? Focusing on the thinking rather than the doing. So instead of asking, who am I, maybe ask, how do I? Which allows you to step into the practice of being yourself so you can figure it out. So maybe authenticity is actually the practice of being yourself. This tactical and recreatable experience of this chosen version of self. And I'm doing it. I'm doing it right now. I'm performing an incredibly active and purposeful version of Justin Schuman as I dial up aspects of myself to achieve a goal, using my humor, hopefully, my charisma, fingers crossed, and my ability to distill thoughts clearly, God willing. Wait, wasn't the box a performance? Yes, you're already doing it. You are already performing yourself, but performing yourself isn't intrinsically a bad or a false thing. But you're already expending the energy. And you clearly have the tools to craft a version of yourself. So what ultimately matters is who is directing this performance? Is it you? Or is it fear? Picture a balance beam, because authenticity, most definitely a balancing act. Either stay on the beam or you fall off. On this side, you've got the small, boxed-in version of yourself. And over here, you have the larger-than-life caricature performative person, both allowing you to stay hidden. But you've got to remain on the beam. Refine your technique. Find your inner Simone Biles. You've got to build up your stamina and resiliency to perform yourself authentically. But you can't do this practice in private. Because when there's an audience, you get nervous. Old habits creep in. After all, it was the audience that put you in the box in the first place. So no question, much safer on the ground, no danger of falling, but also no chance of dazzling. And once you've built up this surety, the being of yourself becoming this reliably recreatable experience, well, that's confidence. It's when authenticity becomes habit. So then how you balance through life, the very active performance of your authenticity is then maybe how you human. Human as a verb. How you. What if human is not just something that you are, but something that you do? And if it's something that you do, you can continuously learn to do it better. Okay, where? How can I practice how I human? Well, we need a place where you can be consciously, show up, do it publicly, safely. Well, there is social media. You remember the matchmaker? About 6 months ago, I got into content creation, and I have had this epiphany. What if social media is actually a perfect tool for exploring our authenticity, for catalyzing self-discovery, allowing you to build up your confidence as you try out these versions of yourself? A stage in pocket. What? Doesn't he know? Yes, I know, and we know. Social media is currently practiced no good. It can even be legitimately harmful. But we also know it's not going anywhere. When you think of social media, you probably think fake, curated, right? Well, you're not wrong. As it exists right now, it reifies and reinforces the practice of putting people into boxes. It celebrates the labels on the wrapping paper. But what if, instead of social media being a place for sharing your fake, it was a place for exploring your real? But the algorithm, right? Well, the algorithm rewards sameness, rewards boxes. Social media personas aren't meant to be muddy. For instance, on social, there's this practice niching down. It's the idea of finding your ideal target audience and creating only for them. It champions the idea of creating from the outside in. What does my audience want to see? Who do they want me to be? See my box before you see me. Sound familiar? So then social media becomes a microcosm for the real world. One more place where you could succeed by staying in your box. But in the real world, the boxes are just metaphor, energetic, invisible. This is an explicit representation of the system. You can't grow in a box. So you have a choice. You can use the blueprint of others to dictate how you show up, or you could cut the box open from the inside with an X-Acto knife and let your beautiful muchness spill out. Which is why I don't care about helping you grow your social media. I care about helping you grow using social media. Because social allows you to fuck around and feel out who you want to be. It is your personal balance beam for practicing being yourself loudly. For example, a meaningful caption under a picture of something you're passionate about. Showing up in your stories and sharing a thought that comes to you. They only last for 24 hours, a perfect place to start. Maybe even, eventually, showing up on camera and sharing a part of you, your story. Writing your audience the sweetest little permission slip for them to show up and be more themselves because they see you having the courage to do it. The last speech I gave was in 2015. It was my sister's eulogy. She died in a car accident. At her funeral, I said, "We all seem to be so heavily filtered these days. There's a fear of honesty, a fear of being much. I think that's actually why so many people are touched by Jordan, why so many of you are here." She didn't care. She was unafraid of being much. So choose that. Choose to be much. May the only thing that gets filtered be your selfies for Instagram, which you know she would have liked. Life is short. You don't have time to be anything less than much. And we need your much. We need you. Your boxless you. My name? It's Justin Schuman. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk.